Welcome to Ridge Life. We are live with KBL Texas Homestead. Nathan Balderez here. Awesome, appreciate it. And his beautiful wife, Alyssa. And Starla's over in the background, and they are having fun over there. Really appreciate them showing us around today, allowing us to come down on the RidgeLife Freedom Tour. It's been really fun. Let's see, it's what, 7 o'clock? About dinner time right now. I think a lot of people, hopefully people are sitting around the table, and a lot of people are on their phones. They shouldn't be on their phones for dinner, right? They should have the phones up for dinner.
That's right.
But if you're on the phone for dinner, go ahead and watch us during dinner. We'll be hiking. Jason, homesteading Northern Michigan. Good to have you up there. I can't stay an hour. We're not going to be an hour, bud. Yeah, we're on our way. We were supposed to be up in Louisiana to the Broussards for their live tonight, but we are just not going to make it. We got a really late start today because of the rain. We didn't get out of there till noon. As a matter of fact, at noon we went and got gas, and then we went to Whataburger. Then we met people and we were talking to them, and we always meet people when we're out.
Yeah.
So we talked to them for a while, and we got down to Houston and saw Carla and Dave with Close Pits and Living a Rogue Life. So that was cool, and we made it down here to see Nathan and Alyssa. And so we're just not going to make we'll be sure to watch that later, and can't join you. I do apologize. We're going to make our way to Lafayette tonight, Lafayette, Louisiana. It's going to be about a 4-hour ride, and hopefully we don't get too wet.
Yeah,
Those nighttime rides are rough. Yeah. But then we're going to be in New Orleans the next home through Mississippi. So, Nathan, what's something you got going on the rest of the summer here? What's some of your plans?
So we've got a shop build that's taking place. That'll be one thing that we're going to try to finish up before the end of the year. And we've also got fencing, more fencing. We're working on getting the front section fenced off. I'm getting the front property fenced off, and then we are going to build a privacy fence between us and the neighbor. So those are 3 of our main goals that we're going to start. We've already started, and we're going to complete hopefully by the end of the year.
Awesome. Hey, Linda. Hey, Jason. Now, y'all have seen KBL Texas, in their garden, and I got a chance to walk around, their entire property, and there are some things you haven't seen. You're going to be seeing soon. Nathan's got some videos coming out, so you want to make sure you check out KBL Texas Homestead. Make sure you subscribe to their channel, hit the notification bell, so when those videos come out, you can see them, because they've got some cattle you got to see for sure. They got that shop being built. Of course, the beautiful chicken coop, that's how I met them, was during the chicken coop build. And their whole property here. We're going to walk out front here in a minute. I'm going to take the camera so you can see some of these live oaks. I'm going to show these live oaks, but hopefully they'll do a more in-depth history, reclaim wood to do things. And you've done some in the past. He'll go a little deeper, because as you get new subscribers, they may not have seen some of those older videos. And it's almost good sometimes when you walk through your property, you bring up, I've got a video about building this chicken coop from reclaimed wood. And it brings people back to those videos, because they're new to your channel. And sometimes going back to those older playlists, you haven't seen those. And then, of course, the history of the house and those beautiful historic trees out front. We're going to see those in a second, guys. You're really going to enjoy that. How long have you been in the Hitchcock area?
So the Hitchcock area, we've only been here a year and a half. Going on 2 years that we've moved here. We lived about 30 minutes, I guess, west of here in Alvin, Texas. And I grew up in Alvin, so I've been there pretty much all my life.
Now, how close are we to the ocean right now?
So we're 30 minutes away.
30 minutes.
30-minute drive to the Gulf of Mexico.
So as the crow flies, it's probably what, 15, 20 miles? 50, straight that way,
across,
right?
Yes.
I know. You could tell as we were driving through, the atmosphere changed a little bit. We could feel that, that breeze.
You can feel that. And you'll catch a lot of our videos outside. You'll hear seagulls a lot. The seagulls venture off this way, and they
really?
fly
Oh,
around,
wow.
and you can hear them all
That's
around
really
here.
cool.
Water's that close.
Now, when we were in Lufkin today, and we told people we were heading to Houston and then near Galveston, because we just tell them the bigger towns. We didn't say, Hitchcock or anything. And they said, you want to stay away from Galveston tonight. Is there stuff going on? I mean...
Yeah, they got rallies and stuff going on in Galveston.
Just stay away, right?
Yeah, it's packed.
We didn't see anything in Houston. Houston looked pretty
calm.
Yeah,
pretty
we're almost on the interstates too, though. So, now see, what's your big crop this year for your garden? What was you most proud of that you harvested?
I would say the corn. We were stoked to plant corn. It was our first time really planting in-depth corn like this, and we did a lot of research and we learned about it. And so when we were able to harvest that corn a couple of weeks ago, it was, and I have a video coming out on that, but it was real nice. It felt
Awesome.
good. It was a good accomplishment.
And let's see, what's something you had issues with? What thing in the garden that just didn't work out right for you due to, I don't know.
So our squash and zucchini, we planted squash and zucchini, and I don't know if we just didn't plant enough or it didn't get pollinated because it was on the opposite side of all of our flowering vegetables, and I think it just get pollinated. But we didn't get no production. We grew beautiful plants, and we talk about that in some of our videos. Plants are beautiful, but in the garden we want to grow vegetables.
Grow the vegetables.
Not
You want to
beautiful
produce.
plants. And
Now, have you thought about bees?
yes, so we have, and we've been looking at them. We've been discussing it. We missed it this go round, but we definitely want to get bees on the property.
Well, if you get bees, make sure you want to start with 2 hives, 2 colonies.
Okay.
I recommend starting with nukes instead of packages.
Okay.
Package is just a box of bees with a little queen inside of it. But a nucleus, a nuke, is a 5-frame hive of bees that the beekeeper has grown up in. So there's 5 frames in there with honeycomb and brood eggs and all that stuff.
Okay.
So then when you get those, you can transfer those into your 8 or 10 frame box with some empty frames, and they'll continue out, and they've already got to start. Whereas if you start with a package of, you got your 8 or 10 frame box, and there's no comb in there. There's no, and they got it's hard on them, and it's really. It depends on what part of the season you're getting them, or if you got a lot of rain coming. I recommend a nuke. They're about $150, $175 for a nucleus, and it's worth the extra $50 to me to do that.
Okay,
Yeah, so
that's good information.
And then you want them facing. When the sun comes up in the morning, it hits the front of that hive, and they'll fly out and look at all your flowers in your garden. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then if you got any water near, they'll be able to get to that. And then in the afternoon, when it's so hot, the trees are right behind them, and they'll give them some shade. Yeah, and they'll come in. So bees are awesome. So if you want to do bees, let me know, and we'll talk through that. So we still have 5 people in here. I know it's dinner time probably, and then we're gonna have a lot more people come back through and watch this later. So we will make sure we put links to the channels to KBL Texas. Those that are watching it later can click on the link in the description and go straight to their channel. Let's walk out front and check these trees here, okay? We're gonna walk by and we're gonna show Miss Alyssa and Starla here as we come through here. There's Miss Starla. She's a trooper on our RidgeLife Freedom Tour, making it on these motorcycles. She's on a sport bike, naked sport bike, and it's a lot tougher on her than it is me. So she's a trooper. There's Miss Alyssa. Hey, she's awesome. She's the better half of KBL Texas Homestead, right? So awesome.
Good deal.
We're gonna walk out front here, look around, and walk through the garden area to these huge live oaks. Now I'm gonna switch the camera around here in just a second, and you're gonna be amazed at what you see, guys. You're gonna be amazed. I'm gonna back up over here. Here we go. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, and then Nathan's gonna explain what we see. Now look at that. This is one of 2 major live oaks out here in front of his house. Now tell us a little bit about these live oaks.
Okay, so yeah, these live oaks, like I was telling Tim here, these they were the selling point of the house, of the property when we drove up. But these live oaks, they are 100+ years old, and they're the staple of this property for sure. And they can be registered here in the city of Hitchcock as a historical marker. And when we do that, because we are planning to do that, they will let us name the trees, and they'll go down into the history of Hitchcock.
That is awesome.
So yeah,
that is awesome.
It's very nice.
Now, will you get a historic marker out in front of the house, maybe?
Yes.
Oh, wow! So you'll get a historic marker out in front of your house.
Yes, and so the house, well, it was built in the 1940s.
Okay.
And there's actually used to be a naval base down the road here, and this house and the house next to me back there in the background, they were the only 2 houses on this entire acreage, and the first command and second command of the naval base lived in this.
Oh wow, that is so cool. The history of that.
A lot of
Man,
history, yeah.
and you got a lot of things going on. That's so cool. All right, let's get back over there, and y'all can see the cattle over here. I'm gonna give them a little glimpse of something coming on KBL Texas Homestead.
Yep.
There's some cattle. There's a longhorn over there too. Oh, you can see there, guys. There's a longhorn right There he is. Y'all can see the Longhorn. So y'all gonna see a video on KBL Texas Homestead of the Longhorn. Awesome. All right, let's go back around. Cool, guys. I appreciate everyone showing up this evening. There's a nice gourd. Here's another one right here, everybody. Look at that. Doesn't that look wonderful? Really cool. There's a knobby one over here somewhere we were looking at earlier. There it is right there. There's the knobby one. Gotta love gourds. Those are cool. Awesome. Let's head back around. Go. I'll get this set back up here. Come back around. Boom. All right. All right. Oh, I gotta angle that back up. Sorry, everybody. Hey, Linda Wall. Did you see Rustic Wood Works and family has been joining the lives with us? Awesome. Yeah, that's right. He has a great channel and the paint. Oh, yeah. So Rustic Woodwork, yeah, definitely want to check them out. That's for sure. So we will be introducing more people on featured channels when I get back to the Ridge. And I love when I see new channels coming on our lives, because that's really a focus I do to promote those channels. Because I remember seeing KBL Texas Homestead in one of my lives after I'd commented on one of his videos with the chicken coop, and we've been talking ever since.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
so
Yes,
been
sir.
following along with the garden, him and Alyssa, and of course they've been following along with the things we've been doing on the Ridge. So let's see. So how many chickens do you have?
We have 10, 11 chickens right now. Yeah, we've got 6 big ones and then 5, they're about 4 or 5 months old.
Now, how do you manage the small ones? What do you
Yeah,
have?
so we have the small ones, we keep them, just built a chicken tractor.
You have a video
and
coming out about
I got
that?
a video coming out about that.
There you go,
Here
guys.
pretty soon, but we keep them in a chicken tractor and we move them around the yard underneath the big live oaks, so that way they can be shaded and be protected from the bigger chickens. And then once they get of age, we'll put them in with the flock and go get another round of babies.
That is awesome. And then let's see, the livestock. What are your plans with your cattle?
So we got cattle, we're just starting out. We've got 6 cows now. We actually just took one to sell 2 weeks ago when we purchased a Longhorn and another bred cow. Our plans are, one, raise beef for the homestead. So every year we're going to butcher a calf and have it to feed family for the year. And also we're going to use to sell and provide some income for
That's
the
awesome.
homestead.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then the Longhorn that we purchased, that's just yard art. We love it.
That looks great.
Yeah, we
That's
love
right.
the Longhorns.
Man,
and
I
so-
love driving down here, see one of those occasionally and out in the field, and it's really cool. So, man, I sure appreciate this.
no
We've had a
problem.
great time on our trip. We do have have it on their channel. Really in-depth videos of the how-tos of the chicken tractor and other things they got going on. So make sure you check that out for sure. Man, I sure appreciate this. And again, this was their first live. This is Nathan's first live. So you'll be seeing more on his channel hopefully soon.
Yes.
It'll be great. So until next time, hope everyone has a blessed evening. Please pray for us on our trip. Make sure we can have a safe ride to Lafayette, Louisiana. So until next time, everyone take care and go Ridge Life.